Mic check, mic check. What up, y'all? Before we start, I actually need to do something real quick. Um, Let me see. I think YouTube is live now too as well. Make sure that that's happening. I gotta fix something real quick on like a guide real quick. So give me about like I don't know, uh, 20 minutes maybe. You guys can watch me do it too as well. So it's not gonna. It's like one of those things that I have to like hide or anything. So let's see.
Okay then, guess it's my turn.
But I gotta find the whatchamacallit though. Okay, this is the right one. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It was that. Did you appreciate the sub? Yeah, I miscalculated something real quick, so I'm gonna have to go back and finish it. I made some updates earlier, so we're gonna go and fix that real quick. All right. Let's see. Where am I at? Cool. I just need 225. So I went way overboard here. Let's see. Just so I can do the max energy both here. We're gonna go and take crit damage here. And then, because I mean, I guess with the end game one, we have so many ranks as it is. So I think I can be a little more lenient. Your skill ranks here. So it gives me 235 max. So 225 is all I really need. Maybe we can bump that to that. So it gives me 225, yeah. A on that, GA on that. Yeah, so I guess it's just only 2 GAs. That's too much cooldown then. We can be a little more liberal here. To yeah. Actually let's do that. I guess Harlequin Quest would be the hardest thing to get, so I probably should make that the easiest thing. Do that. That way. Put me 230 energy still, and then 1416 cooldown. Okay. I don't have to. I could probably be a little bit more liberal here too as well. Do a non-GA and should be fine. 1449. Yep. Good. So just 2 GAs for the energy. I'm trying to get 3 GAs, I guess. Wait, do I have 2 GAs? No, I guess 1, just to cool down. 30. So we keep 1 energy node on Arrow's Eye. There's like about a jillion ways you can kind of reach it. Ideally, though, it's just trying to still give up or, you know, keep a lot of damage at the same time. You're supposed to drop Shadow Clone a leveling guy when you click to the Heartseeker ranks and Flurry ranks. Well, I think you're going backwards, right? Because you won't have Shadow Clone that early, so it should be the opposite way around. But no, it's supposed to clones should still be there. If it's not, I'm gonna have to go back and check it. Yeah, I need to mimic this. I got change anything here? What we did here? I think it was only the 3 items we touched. Keeping ranks. That does it for that. Yeah, okay, cool there. Bossy needs to be, so we'll go in. And then tile push should be the same thing. Supposed to be that. That put me at energy is 230. Okay, so we'll do those. 230. All right. Yeah, my bad, Guru. Yeah, so it's not supposed to drop the clone stuff. I may not be able to get to that tonight, but I will make sure that first thing in the morning is fixed. Also, why is that a thing? Flawless Topaz. Good thing I went back to check. I think mid game, I think we can just do. We don't have to worry about sightless anymore because I had too much going on anyways. Maximum energy cooldown. Yeah, I can just go straight to Wait, which one was this one? This was fur. Okay. Fur. But no. No, that wasn't right. So phobia and malar. Get the energy. So what do I have too much energy at? Amulet. Okay. For damage, it's just worth so much here. What's my cooldown though? How do I still get 14? Only 12 cooldown there. Oh, because of the GA on this. Yay. That actually might be the better route. That was the same thing, really. I guess for consistency's sake, though, between the planners. Wait, 14.5? The GA. Oh, never mind. No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. I think it's just GA and masterwork. Yeah, there we go. Not really? Wait, what did I have in the mid game? Why is this different? 25 energy. Oh, cause yeah, but oh, okay, I see what I did. So I probably shouldn't have changed this one in. I left this as it was. Good energy. 49. Yep, there we go. I stayed the same throughout all of these. I'll push stick seal. Then change this from okay, so I think that does it for all. all of this is still relevant. Okay. Oh. It was just copy the whole thing. I think that'd be easiest to do that. I think that does it right there. I think we're good now. Save. See, everyone using the cutthroat unique charms with marksman, dance of knives. Are you missing something? Is it in the build planner? I haven't actually checked. You mean this one here? I mean, dance of knives is a cutthroat skill. So like even if you take the variant that gets the marksman tag, it's still also considered cutthroat. If that's what you're asking. All right. That does it there. All right, it's time to get in the game now. I also let my peoples know. All right. Yep, we're good. Sorry about that. I had to. I wanted to get that out because I know Rain of Rails is going to be a popular build to play because it's probably our strongest this season. So I know people are working towards it. I need to make sure I got that out there. It's not just charm, but every cutthroat synergy. Is that correct? As long as the skill itself is cutthroat, yes. Like it won't work on like a marksman skill that is initially marksman. Did Jaylen Brown brush off your D4 advice as well because of his? So funny that like Jaylen Brown is like he's where now? Like Philly now? He's at Philly. It's funny because like the vibes he gives off is that he wanted his own team, right? And he gets traded to Philadelphia, in which he's not. He's going to be like maybe the second option, third. Well, technically speaking, if you're talking about like ability wise, he's probably like the second option, right? But realistically speaking, he's not going to be the second option with Tyrese Maxey there, right? So and Joel Embiid is going to obviously be the first option. So like, it's not going to be your team. In fact, you're going to be relegated to third option when you were second option at Boston. Sure, granted, you were first option all season because Jason Tatum was hurt, but you're gonna go from second option to third option now. Like, that doesn't help your case at all. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that's gonna play out. You're so sad he left Boston. I'm kind of indifferent just because he's been like. I don't know. The thing is that I actually do like Jaylen Brown. I do think that like he doesn't. Sometimes I think he just doesn't think before he talks, but he's very good. And like, I know people kind of underrated him, and they thought that like Boston was gonna be bad this past season because Jason Tatum was hurt, and then Porzingis and Jrue Holiday were shipped out to remain under the second apron. I get all that, and he carried Boston to top 3 seed, right? Which is very very impressive, don't get me wrong, but don't sit up here and say 24 hours after getting bounced in the first round that was your favorite season. Like, don't, like, I know what he meant by it. He was talking about for his personal accolades. Yes, that was, but you can't say that after losing in the first round. Like, that's not when you say that. Or saying that like when Jason Tatum is like literally on the bench hurt, like that's your favorite. Your favorite time is when your co-star was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't look good. And then of course the fans same exact ordeal, right? You don't say that, man. Like, you can think it all day, but don't actually say it out loud, and don't broadcast it on freaking Twitch that's how you feel. Like, there's so many things wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, he just yeah. I think doing that soured some things. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that though. But I do, wish nothing but the best for him though. Like, realistically speaking. I'll go ahead and organize my stash while I'm here. He was still my GOAT for Boston last season. Oh yeah, he was really good. Like, MVP running. Like, he was insane last year. You guys gotta. I think the thing is that like, the thing about it is Digibite. The thing about it is that you have to also remember what city you're in, right? Like, if you said that in like Indiana, for example, right? Like if you said it like Indiana, different story, because Indiana's used to not winning. Let's be honest. Like, they're not used to being in the postseason often. So it's kind of like, if you said it while you were in Indiana, no one would care. But you're saying it, while being with the franchise who has the most championships, who is used to winning, right? Used to doing well and used to winning, and you say that after getting bounced. Like that's you chose the worst franchise to say that outside of maybe Lakers, right? Like that was a problem. that was a problem. You got to read the room, sir. Know the franchise you were playing with. Or the franchise you were playing for, I'll put it that way. Outside of that, I don't have no problems with Jaylen Brown. Like I said, I always thought people were underrating him for years. Let's put that there. Let's sort all the weapons. All right, now we do all armor pieces. Wait, did this song just play? Yeah, it did. Okay, so it's doubled. Remove from playlist. All right, so we'll put all the armor pieces here. All right, and jewelry here. Let's pull this out for like gear that we actually play. Oh, whoops, why do I have that there? Put that there. And then, well, that's my first season watching NBA. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, I've been following for a while now. I used to play a lot of ball back in the day. I managed to grab the Shaco, but it has Dex life on life, lucky hit chance, and RCR. I'm not sure what the reroll. I would reroll the lucky hit chance actually. At least RCR is helpful in maintaining your energy in some capacity, just in case. I love your Heartseeker build. May stay this instead of doing Death Trap. It's a good build. The NBA is experimenting with a new 1 free throw rule in the summer league this year. Any foul that would be worth 1 or 2 or 3 free throws would not be replaced by a single free throw worth those amounts of points. The G League has used this rule since 2019 in order to improve the flow of the game. So wait, so that 1 free throw could be worth 2 points or 3 points depending on where they got fouled? Is that how that works? You make some pants and whisper if you need it. I'm solo self-found, so can't take anything, but I appreciate it. All right. But is that how that works though, DJ Chrono? Like, is 1 free throw for the amount? Like the total amount? What was I doing before this? I think I was farming bosses for a bit. Yeah, because I have my boss thing up. All right, so let's continue to do that for a little bit. I definitely could use a good shark. You guessed, first time I heard of it. When I first read it, it made it seem like you would get only 1 free throw and it'll be worth just 1 point still, so people can like stop foul baiting or something. I thought maybe that's what that was. But then at the same time, if it was only worth 1 point, then that encourages people to file more. Like one shot, 1 point. So like that would have negative consequences if it was that way. A free throw for the total amount of points. Okay, so it's really just to speed up the pace of the game, I guess. I agree with that actually. For GA fans, why can't I be getting like? Why can't I get like some G's on like a freaking like shard, man? Like, why y'all trolling me? Less time for brunching to catch this. I don't know, man. New York is gonna have a hard time getting back to the finals next year. I think all these like moves going on in like the East, man. You got Giannis in Miami, and they haven't finished putting pieces around them yet. You got is it Washington? No, wait, Washington Wizards. Are they the Eastern Conference? Yeah, I mean, they might be good if they keep their current roster. I mean, Trey, AJ, and like Anthony Davis is actually like, and what's the other guy's name? Like they actually might be like, you know, a play-in team or at the very least like first round. And then you got Philly, obviously, with Jaylen Brown. Paul George in Boston is kind of interesting. I think Paul George is a better fit for Boston, but I don't know. A stronger Poison Barrage or Heartseeker? Probably Heartseeker by a smidge, by a little bit. But you should play whatever you find as more fun. It's not like one is worlds different than the other. So if you like Poison, then do Poison, right? Like that's what I would say. Like if you enjoy Poison more, then definitely play a Poison spec. Knicks lost Mitchell Robinson. Well, yeah, of course that was gonna happen. You knew Wes McCullough was not gonna go into the second apron. So we saw that coming. What Bradley Beal gonna do in Miami? Oh, he's in Miami too. Actually, I actually didn't see. I didn't see that. Is he in Miami? What's funny is that he's actually good. He was just trash with the Suns for some reason. Like I don't know why he was such trash for the Suns, but you know, when he was in Washington, he was actually really good. I don't know what happened to him. Besides, you know, injuries. YouTube, I don't know if I can see you. Oh, really? Yeah, my OBS is not like, let me see that for some reason. up, bro? He's a Heartseeker, FOC 14, loving it. Thanks, man. Got playing dock and cruising through. Want to play Heartseeker Barrage, penetrating Rapid Fire and Random Rails. If you've never played Bills, not before, in which order would you start? That's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe start with Barrage. Honestly, Barrage and Rapid Fire are kind of like interchangeable, to be honest, because they share a lot of the same gear stuff. Yeah, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to tell you which one to start. Like which one to start with. Doc Penn has the same gear. Yeah, but Doc is not on his list though. He says Heartseeker, Barrage, penetrating, rapid, and random rail. So like, so I guess, so I put it this way. So if you're gonna do, well, I don't know. It depends if you. Oh, he's playing Doc at the moment. Really? Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah, I read that wrong. Okay. Okay, so yeah, if you're playing Doc at the moment, go to Pin Shot first because they do share a lot of same gear. I totally misread that. And then from there, you can go Heartseeker, Barrage. Well, actually, no, Doc to Penetrating Shot to Barrage because you can play Poison Barrage with the gear from Penetrating Shot and Dance of Knives. So Dance, Penetrating, Barrage, or Dance, Barrage, Penetrating. So those would be your poison setups, and then you can do Heartseeker, Rapid Fire, Random Rails. I think I got all that. But I always get like this little like nemesis layer like right when I'm like almost full gear. It never gives to me when I'm like empty. It's kind of annoying actually. Not good enough. Hold on. All right, let's see if we got anything decent here. I don't know. Shadow damage. Man, if it didn't have that all resistance, still might hold on to it though. Okay, booster. Everything else. Everything else try. Oh no! Wait. Could be worse. We'll take it.
Mainlander, what brings you?
Sure, that after goes to both YouTube. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, that works.
It is done.
Oh, okay. This is actually good. And it already has for speed on it. Yeah, this is like a potentially straight up upgrade for my main weapon, I think. In fact, I actually kind of want to trade it to it anyways. I want to try to use ferocity on a 2-hand crossbow, and then frozen memories on the amulet. That's one of my tests I want to do. Right with talismans. I'm full with talismans.
Oh, it is a waitress, isn't it? Back to it then.
I can get like a decent seal. Oh, my seals suck. That there. All stats. All stats. For trash. Hey there, why is crossbow better? Isn't it slower? Who said crossbow is better? I didn't say that. I'm wearing it, but I never said it was better. But to actually answer your question, it doesn't matter. You see it in most build guides. Shouldn't be. I'm gonna say shouldn't be. So the thing is that like it's so if you're using like a you kind of see it in like melee guys, right? For some but the thing is that the crossbow hits 20% harder, roughly 20% harder, but attacks 20% slower. It's not like it's not exact, but it's basically for the sake of understanding when I'm saying that's kind of what it is. So either you attack 20% quicker or you hit for 20% harder. So it's really just a preference. It's not that one is better than the other. Like you don't really you're not you don't gain anything by doing one of the versus the other. It's just a preference. A lot of people tend to do bows because like at least with the attack speed it feels like it feels more nimble, so you feel quicker, right? And also the transmogs for bows tend to be like cooler looking for a lot of people. So people tend to navigate to bows over crossbows. But the reality is that it doesn't matter which one you go at all. Like I prefer the crossbow because I like the sound of Heartseeker when I'm shooting from a crossbow versus the sound of what it sounds like on the bow. So that's why I do crossbow. Why tipper CD on the amulet? Because I want permanent uptime on cold imbuement. And there really isn't any other good tempers for me to take. I have so much additive damage already that tempering and additive damage doesn't make any sense. So I'm trying to have permanent. You see this right here with my cold imbuement? Boom, off a cooldown, right? The only way for that to happen is if I was to have cooldown on the amulet. Now I know you might be thinking, well, don't you get the, cooldown off of cold imbuement with this node right here, right? Yes, you do, but the problem is if you take this node, right, it works on all the mobs except for mobs that are unstoppable, like bosses or mobs that are unstoppable, or, at least they're unstoppable like that. So this doesn't work on that. So what happens if you're bossing? Well, now you're screwed because you don't have any CDR to get this off. And bosses are harder than like regular mobs, right? So instead, I take this for the energy, which allows me to remove energy here and pick up crit chance. And all it costs is to have a CDR roll here, extra. So yeah, there's a method. There's a method to the madness. I promise. Can't wait to try your random videos build, by the way. Gearing for it tonight. Cool. I just put out an update for it like about an hour ago, like an additional update. So yeah, it's really strong. Ooh, okay, now this is an upgrade. I gotta keep the weapon damage on, unfortunately, but this is an upgrade. About time I got something decent. I got a decent shard. That is worth. This one isn't actually, well, yeah, nah. Oh, just this one. This is it. Oh, I got another GA shard. Oh, now y'all want to give me some good shards now? Now y'all want to kick me out some decent shards or okay shards? Been farming this thing for a while now. Who is that? Appreciate the sub. Frosty Wars, appreciate the sub. Alright, we are done with that. With that farm. What else do I need a good piece of that's like still pretty shit? His ring is still pretty bad. Vulnerable damage. Can't do anything with that. Actually, I probably could. Probably should save this for. I should save this for poison setup. Actually, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, can I do anything with that? Looks like I can. All the other shards can go away. Now that I actually got an upgrade. Same thing with the shards that are in my inventory that's just chilling. Like all these basic B shards right here.
You know where to find me.
Put that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this now. What I have on here? Strike chance. Am I rooting for Algeria or Cabo Verde? Honestly, I don't know. I actually have not been paying attention to the World Cup stuff. I literally have not had like time to really put much attention to it. But Barrage amulet, yeah, that's definitely like a poison amulet for sure. There we go. All right, so now let's add a socket. I'll masterwork it now. Oh, I forgot. I can enchant, right? For sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever, we'll get rid of this one. Give me some decks. Actual decks, I will take it. I have no health on this, so it's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. I have a GA stat, and I enchant it so I don't roll in the queue. Will it stay GA? That's how it was last season. I don't know if it's that way this season. So I'm actually kind of curious myself. I was told that they were supposed to like fix that, quote unquote, but I don't know if they did. I guess should be a guinea pig. Yo, why can't I hit the crit damage? It's hitting everything but crit damage. There we go. All right, now that's a juicy upgrade. All right, now it's time to send it. I'm gonna play it safe though. I'm not gonna do the thing. No, +1. I don't say no, but like +1 item quality. Exactly what I wanted, right? Really good, like a really like good shard to give me a +1. Also, kind of sad that a GA on the basic skills didn't go up at all from masterworking, which is like weird that that's the case. Because like this one is not GA basic skills, but it's still 3, and this one is GA basic skills, and it's like nothing happened. Cube's keeping you humble. All right, I mean it's still good. Like it's still better than what I had.
Wise to seek an Ascari where stones are concerned. From creation, destruction.
What is a Fetris, isn't it? Back to it then.
All right, what's my next project here? I think I have an amulet that I want to do. In the meantime, let's swap that so I don't forget. What was it? that's for Rain of Arrows. That's my Rain of Arrows amulet. Mainly for the cooldown, that's why. But that's the one I just put there, right? And then I got that's probably it. And then I have one I can build. That's right. This one, the amulet I can build. And this is a ring I think I wanted to. Okay, so build your own amulet. Here we go. All right, what we got? Woody Joe should be hosting you soon. Make sure not to lock off yet. Woody's still like, I thought he was doing like a rerun or a re thing. Like he's like one of those like replay streams or whatnot. Can you link your loot filter? No. Because like literally it won't fit in the chat. You have to get it from one of the guides. So just click on any of the macro guides and we have like generic filters for any build you want to play. How much does weapon damage to fix help? None. Because you don't like for Heartseeker we don't use these weapons. So weapon damage doesn't matter. Unfortunately, they always roll weapon damage, so for like uniques. So ideally we want to roll them off, but if there's a stat that's also just as bad, it doesn't matter what you roll off. Like this one had poison multiplier, right? I don't deal with poison damage, so that's also useless. Weapon damage was also useless. So either one, it wouldn't have mattered. Does Ferocious or Biting Cold do more damage? Well, Ferocious by itself doesn't do anything. Like, you only take Ferocious if you have a Scoundrel's Kiss, because that makes Scoundrel's Kiss like a lot better. So if you have a good Scoundrel's Kiss, then Ferocious is way better. But you want both. You can get both on the amulet. See, I have both on the amulet. So I don't know why you want to try to pick one or the other. just get both. You look like a history teacher. You are? Wait, the cube is back in the game. Yes. Turtle Hop, what's up? You've been gone for a while. Yeah, you have. What's going on then? Guess we answered so many questions. Yeah. No problem. All good. All right, we're gonna build on this amulet. So wish me luck. That we get all the right stuffs. Okay, we're starting off pretty bad. Wait a minute. Who was the guinea pig? In terms of like rolling in a fix or whatever. That was you. Did it work? If you like if you put in an Oculus and like enchant it, it won't go anywhere. Did it work? You know what? Let me do this first before going that route. Attack speed. Vulnerable damage. Yeah, but I guess it just depends on how many mats I want to use. So I got the vulnerable damage, which is great. I could have rolled one into something good, but I don't really want to keep the attack speed though. Because I can roll the poison damage multiplier to crit chance, but then the attack speed is there. But in order for me to like keep all my stats, I have to like spend a lot of time rolling stuff off. I guess it's fine. We'll do this as a project. All right, so hopefully that stays now, right? Now I'll just focus reroll everything, right? Yeah, so hopefully this should stay right. Everybody seemed to be hitting hard. Well, yeah, we knew. Okay, I got crit chance. Okay, crit chance, vulnerable multiplier. Good. He's not vulnerable. Nah. Actually, I probably should have kept that. Yeah, damage fire. Number damage. Cool. So if I can get that shadow multiplier to be either dex or cold. But the problem is that like I can't enchant anymore, so it's like I gotta get lucky to keep a new gamma system, pretty much ish. It really allows you to customize like your gear and stuff like that. So it's actually a really welcomed feature. This actually might take a while before I get what I want. Roll the crit damage, roll the attack speed off, please. It did. All right, so now I'm back to where I was before. So kind of, it's such a low roll in the vulnerable damage though, which is why I'm trying to get it better. I had a really good roll in the vulnerable damage, really, but I was still missing one stat. With Shadow Clone work with Heartseeker this season? Technically, it works. Doesn't mean that it's good. Like that is like it's not. It won't do anything better for your Heartseeker. I'll put it that way. I've tried. Like if you just want to do it for the sake of doing it, you can. But like you're not gonna like clear way higher if you do it, or higher at all. But if you just want it for style points, for sure, you totally can. All right, see now if I can get that poison damage to be something else, come on, other than attack speed. Okay, I can roll with this. I can roll with this. This is low dex though, but I can deal with this. This works. And this is mainly for experiment anyway, so this may not work out the way I like want one, but we'll see. Okay, so what do we want to do with this? Put out. The cube and I sadly aren't friends. Oh no. So whose fault would you say? Like, who's at fault here? Definitely. Respect for being the bigger man. User error. With the mythic tribute, can you still get multiple mythics from one roll with the gutter filth? I am not sure. I hope so, but I'm not sure. Will D4 ease the pain of Bostonian these days? Probably not. Technically, this makes more sense, kind of. I was gonna actually no. We're gonna go for the vuln. I mean the crit damage. It's because it's a higher roll. Are gonna end up being the same anyways. Okay. All right, now on this experimental amulet, we're gonna actually roll frozen memories on it. Blasphemy, I know. Or blasphemous. I think if there's any other aspects to use. Really. All right, and to continue to build upon that, we're going to we get here. Oh. I can look at it first time because I got biting cold like the very first try on that other amulet. But I didn't have to like sit through all this. Podcast feed PG-13 cannot be escaped. What's he saying now? Not that he's at Philly. Not Philly, Boston. Cheats. Why is this trolling me? I keep forgetting how many utility aspects are in the pool to make it hard to get what I want. Might not be able to even use this amulet if I can't give it a. I don't say we want to use it, but like, I mean, if I can get one of three, then I'll either change the helm or boots to accommodate, depending on what it is. But if I can't get any of the three, then. Which is kind of sad. Like I haven't seen any of the three that I would be fine with taking on an amulet. Okay, here we go. Biting cold. We got it. Phew. All right. So. Let's
Keep your treasures close.
put a gem in it. I won't do anything to it. Like I won't like finish it off because I might change the aspect on it. So in case my experiment doesn't work out. All right, let's try to do something with this ring because now I think I have to change the ring out too in order for this to work. I think, or actually no, I don't think I have to. Do I have to? Do I have to? I mean, not really. At least not yet. I'll put it that way. Maybe I might have to. Not yet. Well, I'll see how my task speed feels. All right, now it's time to get that weapon. That already has ferocity on it. All right. Are still working on getting all the equipment for this building? I would say working on is loosely stated. It's gonna be a while before I get it. It'd be nice if I did get it, but I'll put it this way: like getting a Harlequin's like crest isn't like a big deal on Heartseeker, right? I can just go with like this little aspect here that gives me 24% damage to distant enemies or whatever, and like that's like slightly worse than the Shaco, if that makes sense. So, I mean, a Shaco would be nice, but it's not like a game breaker. If anything, I want mythics on other slots. Like I want it like on a glove or like Shard of Arathio or a Scoundrel's Kiss, especially like that. That would be ridiculously good if I can get it on here, right? So, like those would be more important to get first. Dex. I don't know how much gold I really want to. Dang, already 43 mil for real. Well, I'm just burning through gold like I got it. It's so crazy that Dex is hardly showing up. You think Dex would be a more common stat, right? There you go. I spent a lot to get that.
Step up to my anvil.
Scoundrel and Harlequin are your only mythics so far. Harlequin crafted. Well, you got more mythics than I do. The thing about it is that you can only wear one crafted mythic. You can't wear more than one. How'd you get your mythics, by the way? Like, where did the other one come from? That you're wearing? Was it from like a seasonal journey thing? The thing about it is that with cold builds, like cold builds come online like later. Like I don't say come online. Cold builds scale better later than like poison builds do. Like in terms because of like the mythic bump or whatever. The multipliers on like cold builds are like quite a bit higher than what you see on poison builds for mythics or for uniques that are the same. So like it's hard to really see like the potential of like the cold builds. Like people who are playing cold builds right now might go, oh man, you know, I'm seeing poison builds doing a little bit better right now in T12. And like that's true, you should. But that's because again, cold builds don't really get their huge bump in damage until like their uniques or mythics because they're such big multipliers. And your build planner, how'd you get Ferocious and Biting Cold in your amulet? Am I reading that wrong? That's just more so of like general game cube understanding stuff. So we have this cube thing right here, right? And if you put the amulet in the cube and you transfigure it, okay, there's a little consumable called the Kulian Prism that allows you to add a utility aspect on top of the aspect you already have. So that works on any amulet on any class. Wait, why can't I pick anything? Now it's only utility aspects though, so just keep that in mind. Like you can't pick like a defense or offensive aspect for the second aspect. It can only be utility. So just make sure you keep that in mind. As you're like if you're trying to roll for like a big offensive aspect and wondering why you're not getting it. For your rapid fire planner, your mid tier has points in Shroud, but you don't have it on bar. That's because the 5-piece gives you Dark Shroud for free. The 5-piece set bonus. The 5-piece set, Narrow's Eye set.
Anyone ask, tell them it's from Scopes.
No, you're good. All right.
I'll be here, swinging away.
Okay, so now I can play with whatchamacallit. Crazy resource drain for testing. Yeah, but there's a high probability that this might be the way to go. That's why I'm like this is one of those things where it's kind of like I don't know what's gonna happen, sort of thing. This is one of those things where like mathematically, like there's a reason to do this. So, but just like with anything that you test, that you theorycraft, you have to actually do it, see if it actually does the thing, right? So, I should just fully send it, right? Should I just send it? I'll take the risk. All right, we're going for it. Oh, actually, no, I can't. Actually, no, wait. I can. Wait. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the. I have a max stacks, for us. Okay, cool. No, yeah, we could send it and then see what happens. In Diary Trust, bro, I've had some bad whatchamacallits. What's it look like? Well, it gave me G on the max life. Okay, well. All right, well, they could have given me a GA on any of the other two if they wanted. Why I gotta be on the max life for? Oh well. I missed the experiment was, are you swapping Ferocious and Frozen Memories? Yeah, because they removed the cap for Ferocious or Ferocity stacks. They removed the cap. It was capped at 15. So that was partially the reason why we did not put it on a 2-hand weapon, because we will only get 3 more stacks instead of 4, which does make a difference. So that's one reason. And 2, now that Scoundrel's Kiss can be a mythic and it boosts the mythic power of it, that plus having it on a 2-hander ends up being like slightly better value than having Frozen Memories on here. And it's also better for bosses because you have a better generic damage too as well. So there's a couple of reasons why this is this experiment I wanna do. So and a 19-point value mythic, yeah. So and you get more attack speed too, because of course you're more ferocity stacks. So which might lead me to change out Moonrise for something else, because I no longer need that 20% attack speed. I can just go with maybe like something potential a little like a little stronger. We'll see. I'm leaving it there for now, but we'll see. Now we got our new shot of Rathios, so we're eating pretty good there on that front. Yeah, and that's it. Although stacking ferocity is going to be quite the challenge. Wait, did I reach that break point on dash? Okay, yeah, okay, so we're good there. I'm tempted to actually go to 15 ranks for like for the additional ferocity stack when dashing. I'll leave it for now, but okay. All right, well, let's do some more plan stuff and farm for some items and stuff. But yeah. All right. Figure it's time to actually play the game, right? I've been I've been doing everything but playing the game so far. The first 2 hours, I have not killed a single thing. I don't know why you guys still watch me. I'd have been like, yo, this guy. Undercity. Pit. Greater Helltide, sure. Where do we start? Pit? Okay. That's a cute chemistry. Take Bim, what's up? Could I give you plus item quality too, or unbreakable? Yeah, I'm at 11 stacks now. 14, 15 stacks. 16 stacks, nice. Arm gun. Overdrive, what's going on? Okay. Where's the podium? Is that it? That's not it. Oh, there it is. Seeking all of those hearts. Yeah, until we get the set bonus, just run inner sight, yeah. Rapid fire, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. At least start building all the tuner prisons in your gold. You're always low on something. I still don't have a full 25 quality build, so I can't break the T4 yet. Honestly, just war plans. War plans and like do like the war plans, doing the escalation dungeon sigils are really good for that too. I think I mentioned before too as well, like Undercity tributes here focuses on those kind of things too as well. Like you can kind of like target tailor what you want to try to get more of from Undercity runs. They're pretty good for that. If you just want to brute force it, you can just do Helltide all day. Like do Helltide with like the maggots and stuff and whatever, and just run around and just do a ton of Helltide stuff. You can kind of just like get a bunch of things that way, but especially XP and just like run around and chill that way. But my thing is basically like war plans. War plans get your XP. Finish your seasonal journey stuff too as well. I don't know if you've been paying attention too much to this, but like all the seasonal stuff, like all this stuff right here, like doing these give you a lot of stuff, like a lot of starting stuff. So make sure that you're like actively like getting some of this stuff like happening. Eric, what's going on? First mythic is temerity. Hey man, did I see poison rain available? Yes I have. Saw it yesterday. Before launch, I thought about oh, this is a really good amulet actually. Or did I already have it there? Or did I just get that? It wasn't favored. I must have just got that. But no, I thought about putting it on the website, on the Master website, before launch, but the numbers didn't look too good for Poison Rain of Arrows. Then I saw like Matthias actually put it together, and he was like, "It's not bad." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I might do it." I think like cold is still stronger, but Poison is actually still a lot of fun. So I think probably tomorrow I'll put a Poison variant on the site at some point. But I probably won't do like a mid game version. It'll just be full send end game. Oh, and also too for gold overdrive. So for gold, one of the best ways to get gold is to sell your seals. You can sell your seals and your charms. So like the ones you don't want, just sell them. They're worth a lot. Like this one's worth 13 million gold, right? And this one's worth 1.3 million. I would keep all the unique charms you get for this to save them from like for later or whatever. The way salvage them, it's not bad to salvage. Don't get me wrong. Like if you salvage, like the materials that you salvage will allow you to re-roll your charms. But if you don't need to re-roll them right now, which a lot of times you're probably not trying to re-roll a bunch of them right now anyways, like the gold is definitely the more important thing. So like, or if you want, do a balance of it, right? Sell the seals, like what I do, I sell the seals, like the seals itself, and then I salvage the charms. So I get like a good amount of both, the mats and also gold. I forgot to tell you that, sorry. I was without it, I would definitely be pretty broke, being honest. that feels pretty good. I kind of am liking Ferocious on the two-hander. Wait, I am a Helltide, right? Yeah, okay. Be following my thing. There we go. Can you level up your gear? You feel the brokenness right now? Yeah, that's gonna change your life, man. The amount of gold you're gonna now get. I usually try to get let it go like absurd amount. Oh yeah, but like you have to find a good item first to, you know, to sell for gold, right? Someone who's just starting out isn't gonna have great items to sell on the market. And he might or may or may not be playing. He might be playing. He may or may not be playing solo self-found. So there's that too. Three mythic bows, 2 natty drops, 0 Igors. I mean, I want a mythic bow. Give me a mythic Sky Hunter or a mythic Wind Force. Actually, I don't know. I think the Ferocious on the two-hander might be as good, if not maybe better than like the Sky Hunter or Wind Force, to be honest. I'll buy someone's hand for a mythic Wind Force. When you remember you got Sky Hunter. There we go. I was like, give me some worms. You're in the background. I didn't pay attention. Did you mention that you're gonna wear one crafted mythic? Yes. Does that include the upgraded uniques too? Yeah, anything that you use the cube or the blacksmith to craft or to get a mythic from, you can only wear one of that. The others have to be drops. Which I don't like that it's like that. But yeah. But yeah, because that's like pretty strict. Yeah, we didn't know it was like that. That's good enough. Undercity time. He said you can use my account. So let's say a mythic Sky Hunter drops. It will have random rolls, right? Yes. Well, it'll have two. It will have two rolls that are always there, and then it'll have two random rolls. So every unique has two static rolls and two random rolls. So for Sky Hunter, it'll be weapon damage and rapid fire range. So you'll at least have two good rolls every time. You just gotta pray for the other two to be good, or at least one of the other two to be good, and then enchant the other roll into something better. It sounds like perfectionism. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Cassia's bow, I got one of Mythic. Is it worth keeping? If you want to play Earlstorm builds later. If you don't, then no. I don't mind the mythic stuff, by the way. It makes more chase items, which is kind of nice. So that part is okay. It's more of the like ability to be able to acquire them. I think feels a bit like much. Like when you watch people like Wudijo, right, who's like Paragon, like what, almost like 280 something ish or whatever, and he has like 2 wearable mythic uniques. It's kind of crazy. I think like 1 wearable mythic unique he's found. Like that's like a metric you can kind of look at and be like, that's nuts, right? Like, but in order to reach 280 Paragon, you have to grind very efficiently and play a hell of a lot, right? Like, so like when you think about it that way. Yeah, I'm actually up for it, to be honest. I know I'm very different about that kind of stuff. Okay. I don't mind, like I said, I definitely don't mind the grind per se, but I do feel like if they're gonna do it the way that they did do it, that they should have explained it that way. Like it wasn't explained that if you craft a mythic from the blacksmith and then you upgrade one in the cube, you can't wear both. If that makes sense. At the very least, I think at the very least, they should allow you to wear 2. Then, if they're gonna do it that way, let us wear 2 crafted, like 1 from the blacksmith, 1 from the cube. Because it's kind of silly that an iconic one, you know, can overlap with the crafted one. I think. But maybe that's just me. But yeah, it just wasn't mentioned in the patch notes, so we were all confused. So people were like, why can't I wear this? You know, sort of thing. Right, that's everything what they're saying last stream. Yeah. You remember Mythics purely reigning in the last season? Oh yeah. Well, I mean that was different for sure. I assume that the Mythic version of Uniques into the same drop pool, right? Well, I mean they nerfed the now. So when like Mythics reigning last season was more so from the tributes, like the Mythic tribute stuff, right? In which I believe they nerfed. That's no longer. You're not gonna be able to get multiple Mythics like that anymore from the tributes. Like you know, sharing it and like rotational party stuff where you can leave of like 20 something, 30 something uniques, Mythic uniques by the end of that. Like that's no longer a thing. So this system came in with that also not being a thing too as well, which I'm actually okay with that part. I do think that that was a bit much. That was a bit too free. Easy for you, Lilith kill. Yeah, I've already killed her. I'm using Dance with Knives. Shards, and I've noticed Lore still gives me the 10 momentum stacks that's supposed to happen. Yes. So it's still Dance with Knives, even though it gets the marksman tag, it's still considered a cutthroat skill by the game. So that's why it works still. Mob's at. Yo, dude have big. I honestly don't know why I fought that guy. Like, that was like such a huge waste of time. How do you get the correct fixes on your uniques? I usually get the ones with bad fix a fix and it feels like a waste. It's random. Literally is random. You can only reroll one of those affixes, so you just kind of have to hope that the other one rolls good enough for you to use. It takes a while, trust me. I've gone through a lot of different uniques that were like awful. So you're definitely in a similar boat that all of us are in, but that's part of the grind, right? If it was easy to get it on the on the first unique that dropped, then you wouldn't farm for any others, right? You'd be done. So it's part of the action RPG chase, basically. Now, for instance, I got the Scoundrel's Kiss here. I don't really want the attack speed, but that's a guaranteed roll here. I think it's Dex and the attack speed. That's a guaranteed roll, and I didn't get another stat that allowed me to roll the attack speed off, so I had to keep it. It's not a bad stat, don't get me wrong, but it's like at right now I'm kind of probably a little bit over the cap, so it's not really helping me. Here, if for example, like I had to keep the weapon damage because the other stat was terrible. So like, but the weapon damage doesn't do anything for bow bills, but it rolled weapon damage and the other two stats that roll, it was dexterity and poison damage, right? So poison damage doesn't do anything for me. Weapon damage doesn't do anything for me either. So like I'm stuck with one bad one still. But it takes a while, right? I think this is the only unique that I was able to get the exact stats I want. But even then, like, this is still like considered okay. But yeah, I'm just kind of putting that out there. Like for like these pants, for example, I got fire resistance on it. Right? Not what I want, but kind of is what it is. In fact, I really want the Heartseeker ranks, but couldn't get it. Then I get that they're worried about the power creep, but I don't understand why Blizzard make a change and then doesn't want people to have too much fun with the change that they made. Yeah, I think they could have. I think the thing is that there is, because there's a lot of people who have been like complaining about that. So there's room for them to make adjustments with it, right? Because I think increasing the drop rates or increasing ways to be able to try to get the mythic uniques, not like by a bunch, but like maybe, like something like I said or something like that. Like they still have time to make those adjustments, right? They take a lot of feedback from like the first week of the season, and then they do like a pretty big patch after the first week or two, roughly, like week and a half, 2 weeks or whatever like that. And hopefully that might be one of those, right? We'll see. We'll see how they do. The mythic shard of Raptors with cold damage but no dex, which should you change? Cold damage to dex. What's the other stat? There's weapon damage, basic attack, cold damage. What's the other one? Crit damage. Okay. Change the weapon damage then. Dude, that's a really good that's a good roll. So you have crit damage. No, keep the cold damage. Take off the weapon damage. Because that's useless. So remove the weapon damage and then make that to dex, and then you have a really good shot of Arathio. Congratulations. In fact, can I have it? I wish I had a shot of Arathio like that. It would be insane for me right now. You want to play Doc? Oh, so are you playing Heartseeker right now, or? So I'll say what I've been saying the past couple of days, or I guess a lot in my stream. Diablo 4 is not a game where if you find one good item that you should switch, you should make a build around that item. That is not, Diablo 4 is not like that. There is no item in the game that's strong enough or has a big enough presence to where you go, oh, I found this item, I'm now going to play this build because I found this item. That's not how that works. The only time where an item was that good and potentially a reason for you to do that was Andarios on Rogue way back in the day. That was the only time that kind of applied to. But don't get me wrong, that Shard of Wrathio is like goated. Like I would love to have it, but it's not enough to go, okay, well, I'm not gonna play Dance of Knives anymore. I'm gonna play Heartseeker. Like, no, that's not. Don't do that. Do you think your current build could destroy T12 Mephisto? Not with my gear, no. Like, I'm still in process. But like, with it geared out, like with the proper stats and stuff like that, oh yeah, absolutely. My bossing variant would destroy Mephisto, yes. T12 Mephisto. Remember Tugboat Rogue? I do. Is that back? What up, J Rockus? I miss Andy so much. Best build in terms of having fun in D4. I mean, it still exists. Literally, that build still exists. Like, if I was to sit there and play the build, you wouldn't know that it's not in Andorios. Because the gameplay isn't necessarily the helm. It's what it looked like and what it did with the poison. So you can technically do that on Poison Barrage, like literally that very same thing, and like no one would be able to tell the difference. If you have a problem with mana on Heartseeker and Max Roll, I guess Starless, which is impossible for now. No, just make sure you have all the stats. Make sure you follow the planner like it is. So if you're running out of resources, it's because you're missing something from the guide. That's the only reason why you, like, either you didn't follow the skill tree correctly, or you didn't put resource temper on one of your rings or amulet, or both. Or it could be like a player thing where maybe you're attacking air and therefore you're not getting any resource back. But I guess the resource stuff wouldn't work if you're not hitting anything, right? So, but yeah. Not bad. I figure out where I can spend all my enough cinders. We'll try to travel over here. Getting here. You wouldn't believe the amount of time. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that, but like, I've been writing for Heartseeker for ever since it came out. Ever since, you know, I did it in season 4. And the amount of times people are asking me about running out of energy. And like, it is pretty like strict, I guess you could say, in terms of energy management. But like when I ask for people to show me, like it's like, oh, I got all the stats, but I keep running out of energy. And like they'll like upload like a, you know, like a little clip of them playing so I can see what's really going on. And literally the mobs will be dead. Like they'll shoot the mobs will be dead. And they're still shooting 3 or 4 times after that. And it's kind of like, why are you shooting air? Like, so like, sometimes it's one of those things where it's kind of like people, you know, believe that I can just fire forever without hitting anything, and then it's like, okay, well wait, now my energy, right? Well, yeah, because you have to hit something, right? But it's not necessarily like completely obvious to everyone that that's the case. So I'm not picking on anybody by any means. I'm just saying like that is a thing, like an actual thing. Gotta make sure the air is there. Dang. I'm trying to be nice here. Trying to get all these whatchamacallits before I'm out of time. Because I already took one of the 250 chests already, so I don't have that. Guess I'm about to come down. How you supposed to do in front of her with no key? Try clicking on the thing, like travel to in front of horse, and see if it makes you a key. If not, then yeah, good luck on that. Yeah, I have a ton of in front of horse keys, so I no escalation of war paying you need to keep that. Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't really tell you that journal. Like it's like one of those things that you don't know until you, or you don't know that that is the case until you find out that you can't do it, and then you. Oh, I can joke about it because I've been guilty of it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Is Shadow Clone Heartseeker bad? It seems cool. It's not bad. It just doesn't do anything.